crazy downpour rain is slowing down. Here we are looking at the south side of the garage. It's Saturday, August 1, 2020. I just got back here a little bit too late. It took me a minute to put on my gear, and the crazy downpour rain is slowing down quite a bit, which is a drag. But I will put the ladder up here and I'll kind of walk you through. You can see some water leaking off the end. That's the leaf freeze system there, so evidently enough water is kind of hitting the end of the gutter guard. I think that's what's going on, causing that water to come off the end like that. You can see some water. This is the GutterGlove Pro. It's sharing a little bit of water with the with the LeafLock system in between. So you've got some water coming down there. Here we're looking at LeafFilter. Some water dripping off the bottom of that. And then we got MasterShield off to the left there. So I will put the ladder up top and kind of show you what is what. And sadly, the rain's coming to an end, so I'm not sure what you're going to see. This is the MasterShield system. Again, this remains very clean. You can see some small debris, a couple twigs, a few pine needles, some of the asphalt shingle granules that come off the roof are sitting on top of this. But the system is otherwise clean. We come back here at the right corner. This is where we had a buildup of a little bit of debris over the last few months since those locust flowers came off, and it's all gone now. So that thing has kind of self-cleaned itself. The screen has allowed that debris to eventually kind of work its way off the top. And the water's going right inside that thing. So if you come down to the face of the gutter, you can see just a little bit of water, more condensation than anything, kind of on the front of the gutter itself. So that remains really clean. And if you look under there, I don't think you really see any water dripping off the bottom. A few water droplets, I guess, at the bottom, but not much. Now we're looking at LeafFilter. LeafFilter on the south side of the garage still has a reasonable amount of debris sitting on top of it. Over here to the right, freeze up there a little bit, more debris in the middle, and then over here to the left. So the rain is picking back up. It's basically hitting me in the face. You can see the water coming off the edge of the gutter there. Coming off the edge of the shingles, dropping onto the gutter screen itself. So where we still have debris, you can see how it just kind of catches onto that debris and rolls off the side. Come down to the face of the gutter, you can see the water. It kind of comes across the face. It's not doing too bad a job there. Got a little bit more water build up here. And you can see some dripping from the bottom of the gutter itself. Here we're looking at GutterGlove Pro, Saturday, August 1, 2020. Still a decent amount of debris sitting up on top of the screen itself. The rain is quickly slowing down. You can see that debris, how wet it is, just kind of clinging on still. You can see the spots where it's worked its way off the top. I step down here if I can with my umbrella. All right. You can see the face of the gutter guard. Quite a bit of that debris has worked its way around the face of the gutter. And if you come to the underside, you can see where it's dripping, where water's collecting on it and kind of dripping off the bottom of the gutter guard. We have a little bit more dripping here. That's kind of between the LeafLock and the GutterGlove, those two systems there. So I really won't hold that against it because it's pretty easy for water to get trapped in between those two spaces. But the gutter guard itself, you can see the water now that it's pretty much stopped raining. Now it's beating off the bottom. Here we're looking at LeafLock on the south side of the garage, August 1, 2020. As you will have seen in earlier videos, there was quite a bit of this debris was still sitting up on the roof, and a lot of that has now shifted, or is shifting off the roof and sitting on top of the gutter guard itself. So there's still quite a bit of debris on top of the gutter guard. Some of the small bits that were up there, kind of on the screen there individually, it looks like some of that stuff is washed or blown off, but we still have remaining bits kind of hanging on up here. And if I shift down a level, let me put my umbrella down. If I shift down to the face of the gutter, you can see the water and the debris that has kind of come across the gutter guard around the face of the gutter and is dripping off the bottom. Here we're looking at Valor's diamond mesh screen. Again, like the other systems, we had some debris, still have some debris sitting up at roof level, and that is transitioning. It hasn't really just blown off the roof, it's transitioning from the roof onto the gutter screen itself. Still a fair bit of this screen is covered up. On the south side of the garage here, this one is faring the worst from a debris perspective. As we step down, you'll see the face of the gutter is also very dirty. A lot of debris sticking to the face of the gutter. And then while the rain has all but stopped here, you can see a little bit where the water has beaded up at the bottom. So we can't really do a water test at the moment. I got the water test with a couple of the systems, but since it's more or less stopped here, it's hard to make a comparison. But from a debris perspective, you can see just how much of that debris is clinging to the face. I missed the rain showers on the north side of the garage, so rather than climbing up there, I'm just going to pan across the front of these. You can still see some water dripping from the gutter guards itself. So if we look to the far right there, that is MasterShield. We can see the screen there. It's mostly clear. A little bit of water, or excuse me, a little bit of debris at the far left corner of that, where it transitions between the two pieces of gutter. We got a random pine needle hanging over the top, and then we've got next to it is LeafFilter. So if we look at the cleanliness of the face of the gutter, in my opinion, number one here is MasterShield being the cleanest. Second cleanest is going to be LeafFilter. I'd say third cleanest is maybe a draw between LeafLock and we come over here to the clean mesh screen. It's not very clean. A lot of big chunks of debris there, but if you look at it from the left side to the right side, I don't know. Could be tied with LeafLock. Then I would say if it's not a tie, then that would put it into fourth place. Fifth place would be Leaf Solution, which is, you can see some water dripping off the bottom of that system there. And then I think I talked about LeafLock already. And then I think worst over here is the GutterGlove Easy On Do-It-Yourself gutter guard. And it also has a fair bit of water dripping off the bottom of it. And it hasn't been raining now for about 5 minutes. So you just kind of look across that panel, there's 3 or 4 spots where water is dripping off of it pretty consistently. Whereas LeafLock, which is right next to it, and would be a similar sort of system, has kind of an occasional drip, not really the constant drip. So that one has been doing a better job holding the water up than has the GutterGlove product. And you look at Leaf Solution, that is also dripping in 3 or 4 spots pretty consistently. So we're getting water off the top of that system and dripping off the bottom of the gutter. We move over to LeafFilter, a little bit of water beading at the bottom, which you would totally expect, but no water really dripping from the base of the gutter. And we have MasterShield here. Same story, a little bit of water beading at the bottom, but no water dripping off of it. We're going to take a look at the gutters and the gutter guards this morning to see how everything is performing at this point.